Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. My name is Story, and today is April 28th, which means only one thing. We're running up until May the 5th, because that's how things go around here. Anyway, how y'all doing? I hope you're well and healthy. Let's have a look what we've got to do in Destiny 2 this week. Guardian Games is still in full effect and full swing. I hope you're having fun with that. If you're new to the game, pull up a brew and pour yourself a brew, because this is the tower map. We have a look at this for one reason alone, and that is that there's flashy icons here. What are these icons? Well, they're vendors, and vendors will issue you with quests, bounties, challenges, and whatnot. And if you do all these said challenges and things, then you will get loot. For example, having a look at one of my favorites, the gunsmith. He makes and smiths guns. If you do 8 of his bounties for the week, then you get some powerful gear at tier 1. Gear comes in a variety of different tiers. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and pinnacle stuff. Can you believe it? Pinnacle is the absolute maximum power level that you can possibly achieve in the current environment. And it escalates from tier 1 to tier 3, obviously. There you go. So you've got the same kind of deal, challenges, weekly challenges, from vendors. 8 bounties will get you powerful gear at tier 1 from the Crucible, as well as the Vanguard. And then there's over at the Drifter for Gambit as well. And if you're a member of a clan, you can earn 5,000 XP and get yourself tier 2 powerful gear from Hawthorne. That is the basic run-of-the-mill of all that kind of stuff. So let's have a look at the destinations. This is the director screen. And we'll have a look at the Vanguard playlist to start with. We've got an item. We've got 4 items on the menu. Over here on the left, daily heroic story missions. These don't award you anything specific, especially not any kind of tiered loot, but they will get you XP and a walk down memory lane if you're missing some of the story missions that you completed in the campaign, for example. Then we've got Vanguard strikes. Complete strikes using the same subclass elements as the currently active elemental burn. 3 of those strikes completed in that kind of a recipe. We'll get you some pinnacle loot. Can you believe it? It's still there. It wasn't a faux pas, as I was suspecting last week. It has actually changed for the better. Pinnacle loot from doing your strikes. What is the same subclass element as the current active elemental burn? Well, if you just have a look at the strike, this week we've got Solar Singe. So equip your solar subclass, and 3 of these strikes you'll do to get your pinnacle loot. The daily modifiers are Grounded and Brawler. Then we've got the Nightfall Ordeal, which is right here. This week it happens to be Exodus Crash. And the weekly challenges are complete the Nightfall, higher difficulties grant the most efficient progress, and 3 of those, and powerful gear at tier 1. Right, then you've got the complete the Nightfall with Ordeal with a team score above 100,000 points. That'll get you some pinnacle loot. Okay, so that's the Exodus Crash for the Ordeal this week. And then on the vanilla Nightfall playlist, we have 3 to choose from. We've got Lake of Shadows, Tree of Probabilities, and the Festering Core. Each of these 3 strikes have the opportunity to get some specific loot that's only available in these Nightfalls in this playlist. So Lake of Shadows can potentially get you the Malicious Birthright Kinetic Grenade Launcher. Tree of Probabilities will get you the DFA Legendary Hand Cannon, and the Festering Core will get you nothing. So there's absolutely nothing there. And it is quite intense RNG on these specific bits of loot. You're going to have to grind the strike multiple times before you get a drop. But the more you do it, the higher your chances increase. So there you go. That is the Vanguard playlist for this week. I hope you're happy with that. And then the next up on the list would be Gambit, the Green Gambit. We've got a Reckoning activity. 1 to 4 players. Highly recommend the 4, though. You don't want to go in there solo, even though the matchmaking will throw you in there solo every now and again. So nice. There is a modifier this week. We've got Void Singe for the week, and then the daily modifier is Grenadier. So that's the multifaceted Reckoning for 1 to 4 players. Then we've got Gambit, of course. We've got Gambit Vanilla and Gambit Deluxe. Matches complete 3 of either or in these playlists, and that will get you some pinnacle loot, which is fantastic. Then there are some private matches. That will get you nothing but tears of joy and laughter. There you go. Crucible, let's have a look at the Crucible playlist. It's split into 2 sections. We've got rotator matches, This week we've got Supremacy and Breakthrough. So those are your rotator matches. 4 of those complete will get powerful gear. No pinnacles here. And then we've got core playlists, right? We consist of Rumble, Control, Elimination, Survival, Survival Freelance, and Classic Mix. And that 4 of those games will get you some pinnacle gear. There it is. There's your pinnacle stuff from the core matches. So that's Rotator is Supremacy and Breakthrough this week. Have fun. Flashpoint this week is on IO. So this gentleman here, this lovely miserable blue gentleman here, will tell you how much progress towards your flashpoint you've got. And you can increase your progress by completing public events, which will spawn here, here, and here. You can also dip your foot into some lost sectors and raid the boss and loot the chest for extra progress as well towards your flashpoint. So that the flashpoint this week is on IO. What else is there to play with? Well, on Mars, we've got an age-old escalation protocol event. This week, the weapon happening to be dropping from this activity is all of them. We've got the shotgun, the SMG, and the sniper rifle from Escalation Protocol this week. Over on the moon, there is an updated version of Escalation Protocol here and the Altars of Sorrow. So fast travel to Sorrow's Harbor, skedaddle on over there, and there it is, Altar of Sorrow. This will guarantee some loot. You don't really need to keep grinding for the chance of a drop. This will actually give you a drop, depending on which boss it is. 3 bosses, so there's 3 weapons. We've got a kinetic slug shotgun, a sniper rifle, and a rocket launcher. There you go. So that is there. We've also got a couple of vendors here. Nightmares defeated and some memory quests completed for some powerful gear at tier 1. Then we've got Nightmare Hunts. These are the ones to do. So we've got Nightmare Hunts completed, 3 of, or higher difficulties grant more progress, and that'll get you powerful gear at tier 1. And then complete a Nightmare Hunt on Master difficulty for your pinnacle gear. Isn't that fab? So speaking of pinnacle gear, we've got Pit of Heresy Dungeon to do as well. So that'll get you some pinnacle loot, as well as the Garden of Salivation Raid. I know it's salvation. I just like the word salivate. I think it's quite a good word. And the excuse to squeeze it in there makes me happy. And you know what? You got to do things that make you happy. But anyway, pinnacle loot will be awarded for you and your friends in the Garden of Salvation. There you go. What else is there to play with? Well, there's plenty. We know there's plenty. Over on the Dreaming City, the Ascended Challenge this week is in the Spine of Keris. So don't forget to hop on over to Petravenge, the lovely Petravenge, and grab your bounties before hopping off to do those activities. Okay. In the tower, Guardian Games is still in full swing, so you can be busying yourself with that kind of stuff. If you're new to the game, I'll run over a few of the bounties here. For example, the Gunsmith has weeklies, dailies, and additionals. Pretty much every vendor that has bounties will have weeklies, dailies, and additionals. This is a different kind of vendor because most of the vendors out there, their additional bounties will award bright dust that you can spend in the Eververse cosmetic store. So this is the only vendor that doesn't at the tower. So there you go. Weekly bounties, they award you some XP Glimmer upgrade modules and some planetary resources. So being the Gunsmith, upgrade modules are quite handy. Then additional bounties will award you XP mod components and enhancement cores. Both nice resources there for upgrading bits and pieces of gear. And then additional bounties will get you some glimmer from this gentleman. He's also got a material exchange that will get you, this week, it's a weapon mod and an armor mod. There, it's the same every week, but this week we've got boss spec and helmet armor stuff for your auto rifle ammo finder. If you don't like these or you're not interested, they're actually going to swap over at the daily reset tomorrow in roughly 24 hours time. How's about that then? There's also some stuff that you can swap out for some stuff. Isn't that amazing? I can hear you screaming with excitement right now. And we're going to wrap up the video by visiting our one and only favorite Eververse store with all the cosmetics. We've got the Heir Apparent ornament is in stock this week. We've got plenty of stuff supporting the old Guardian games. We've got the Team Spirit Exotic Sparrow, for example. Pretty much the same as last week, because it's an event. The Black Peregrine is in. I might have to get I'm so happy that this has come back, because when I first saw that ship, I was like, ooh, ugly. But then when it was gone, I really, really wanted it. So we're actually going to have that to ourselves. Not enough space. I'll sort that out later. But anyway, that's nice, isn't it? Then we've got the event cosmetics as well. You can browse at your leisure. A lot of the stuff, see, you can buy it for bright dust, an alarming amount of it, or you can buy it for silver, which is in fact real money. So there's armor sets that you can buy, there's emotes, there's vehicles, there's ships, there is transmat effects and ghost projections and whatnot. There is an awful amount of stuff. Look at that. It's 80s-tastic. And then there's the seasonal ornaments and emotes and finishers and whatnot here. So these may become unavailable for purchase after this evening ends. There is a maybe, because things do come back. They do come back every now and again. So there's quite a lot to feast your eyes upon there. And then, of course, there's the archive. See, things do return. Not everything does, but sometimes it does come back. There it is. And then Bright Dust. So for this week, for Bright Dust, you can get yourself the participation trophy. We are the champions emote. There is the underdog ship as well. And then there is the high scores, Big Oof, runner-up, Exotic Sparrow right there. There's the Carouse CER ship and one to, forgotten how to count. There you go, look. That's the stuff. And there's also Rivalry Black Sand Shader. There is some ghost projections and some cosmetic item, consumables rather, as well, yes, as boons and consumables. There you go. That's all the stuff. Anyway, folks, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're staying safe in these unprecedented times. On behalf of myself and the rest of the team of Planet Destiny, and have an absolutely fantastic week. I hope you get all the things that you're grinding for. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and remember, Smokers a Kipper will be back for breakfast.